Juventus, who must turn their attentions towards keeping third place AC Milan away from second overall. Just 2 points, the difference between second and third, and a loss for Juventus in this one would all but end their chase for first place. Inter looking for a 6th consecutive away victory, and they were in the dark on the day, and it's Mario Balotelli, the teenager, on the attack and the strike, and squeaks past Gigi Buffon. The ball hacked off the line by Portuguese Thiago Mendes, and that chance in the 10th, and you see Balotelli thought he had his 6th of the season. Juventus, Alessandro Del Piero for Marco Marchioni, and Julio Cesar comes out and kills that threat. And a good chance just after the half-hour mark, and it was goalless to the break. Second half, and it's Inter on the attack. Zlatan to Sulimonare in the middle, and it's a Balotelli, and no problem this time. Goal in the 64th, and a 1-0 lead to Inter. Juventus would go down a man. Thiago, the double takedown. Montari first, and then Balotelli. Bing, bing. And for him, a red card in the 76th. No argument, really, from the man. Red card. Dejan Stankovic on the left side. The strike, a big save by Gigi. The ball labeled for the top corner. Late 80s, and it's Julio Cruz on for Luis Figo, and his first strike on goal. And another big save by Buffon. It remained 1-0. Juventus would equalize, and time added on. Off the corner, Zdenek Reguera heads it past Cesar. The Del Piero delivery, and there's the headed goal. The gap remains at 10 points. Inter and Juve, and tied.
Genoa continued to impress, beating Juventus last week, but Lazio are not too shabby either, scooching closer to a Europa Cup spot by beating Roma last round. Lazio pressured in the 25th. Christian Ledesma gets some grief from Giandomenico Pinesto, gives to Goran Pandev, whose shot is blocked, and David Rosenal sends the rebound wide. Alexander Kolarov gives it a go in the 33rd, but he sends it a left side cross wide as well. Genoa certainly hasn't shown up for this one yet, and in the 38th, Pandev is on a collision course with Rubinho. The keeper blocks the shot, but good hustle goes unpunished. Rubinho favors his right arm after that. Shook it off, though. No need for substitution. 3 minutes left in the half. Genoa finally show up. Raffaele Palladino sends it to Giuseppe Scully, and it goes flying over Fernando Muslera. The keeper makes a nice snag, and no call either. Good on him. Second half, Kolarov long balls to Mauro Zarate. Zarate races up the right flank, sends a low ball to the far post, and it's in. Lazio take the lead in the 65th minute and become the second team in the Serie A this term to beat Genoa at home. 1-0 Lazio, the final.
So let's take a look at the top of the table in Italy. The Juve-Inter draw did not. Stuttgart, 6 teams with a chance of claiming the title. Defending champions Bayern Munich are in that mix. Second when the
in place, Torino held them to a 2-2 draw earlier in the season, so this was certainly not a given for Milan. We begin in the 13th minute. Milan corner kick. Filippo Inzaghi is there to net the opener. He is 11th in all competitions. Later in the half, Milan back up the park. It was reported David Beckham would start on the bench for the 3rd consecutive game, but the midfielders started and set up the second goal. Inzaghi redirects Beckham's shot from the edge of the area, and it's 2-0 Milan. Goal of the week in the 54th from Torino's Rolando Bianchi, but keeper Dida gets a hold of it, denying the leading scorer the honors. Nice ball, though. And a few minutes later, goal number 3 for Milan, and for Inzaghi. Pass from Ronaldinho. And the 35-year-old forward's got his hat trick and his 13th in all competitions this season. And he's 35. 7 minutes later, keeper Matteo Serie gets a yellow for taking the legs out from underneath Massimo Ambrosini while on the break. Youch. Kaká takes the penalty kick, and Serie goes left, but still can't stop it. Milan are up 4-0. Then Torino catch Milan off guard. Corner kick supposedly cleared, but Simone Barone gets it to it, and Ivan Franceschini knocks it in when Dida isn't looking. 4-1, no clean sheet, with the race between Milan and Juventus very tight. Every goal counts for Milan, and they go for the 5th in final stoppage. Ambrosini caps it off 5-1, and Milan succeed in stepping over Juve into second place behind Barcelona in the standings.
Stadio Olimpico, Champions League outsiders Roma host a relegation-threatened Lecce. Roma 8 points back at the last Champions League qualifying spot held by Genoa. Francesco Totti scores in the 3rd minute. Giulio Baptista was stopped by Francesco Bonucci, but Totti gets the goal. Marco Motta's across here, right to Matteo Brighi. And after 13 minutes, it's 2-0 for Roma. They were in control of this game, but Lecce would get on the board after a ball bounced their way. Tiziano Polenghi's cross. It's Daniele De Rossi, and Gianni Munari would score past Brazilian keeper Arthur. That goal in the 31st, 2-1 to the break. Second half, and it's Lecce. Simeon Tiriboki to sub Dimitrios Papadopoulos. And he'll zip it to the corner. 55th minute. Papadopoulos came on in the 9th for the injured Fabio Caserta. Roma would get a PK Baptista flopping after the slight contact with defender Edinho. So it's the gift for Roma. Totti converts. 3-2 on the hour mark. Lecce down a goal. They would then go down a man. Luca Ariati takes out David Pizarro. And no one was happy about this one. No one. Red card in the 75th, and maybe rightly so. Roma win this one a final 3-2.
A few
Side.
over 4th place from Genoa in the Serie A on Sunday when they played Udinese. But it was the home side who went ahead first. Quadro Asamoah sends the ball through the legs of Dario Dainelli for the opener. Shortly after the restart, Alessandro Gambarini gets a handball called against him, and Udinese add a second through Gaetano D'Agostino. Fiorentina grabbed one back in the 67th. Dainelli header. He redeems himself for letting one sneak by a little earlier. But it would not be Fiorentina's game in the end. 2 minutes after their goal, D'Agostino makes it a brace. Udinese take full points, and Fiorentina stay put in 5th place. With only one win since January, Bologna were hoping for a change versus informed Palermo. But Manuel Belleri didn't help their cause when he scored on his own goal in the 6th minute. Sticks a foot out, puts the opposition ahead. Palermo added another themselves before the break, and David Succi made it 3 in the 63rd, slamming it home 3-0. Bologna managed to pull one back with 6 minutes remaining. Quick header from Marco Di Vaio, and the visitors are on the board. The win was Palermo's, but it didn't stop Edison Cavani from adding another in stoppage time. 4-1, the final. Napoli managed 4 draws under new coach Roberto Donadoni, hoping for better away to Cagliari, but it didn't start in their favor. Neves Capucho Lleida beating his marker to the cross, 1-0 hosts in the opening 5 minutes. The visitors held 1 goal down for the entire match until wide-open Andrea Lazzari adds another for good measure in final injury time. Clean sheet goes to Cagliari, 2-0. Loli Regina haven't won since November 23rd when they beat Atalanta, and they broke that streak on Sunday when they played Atalanta. Fabio Ceravolo knocks it off the post. That woodwork got in the way 3 more times in a game Regina should have won by more than just 1-0. 5 points from relegation, Catania hosted Sampdoria, and 6 minutes from the half, home side awarded a penalty when Stefano Lucchini kicks Mariano Itzko in the air. Giuseppe Mascara steps up, and he sends it to the left. 1-0 Catania. On the other side of the break, Luca Castellazzi fumbles Takayuki Morimoto's ball, and Jorge Martinez capitalizes. Sampdoria's first loss in 12 games courtesy of Catania, who win this one 2-0. The fight from the drop continued Sunday for Chievo Verona against Siena. Gianpiero Pinzi let loose at the left in the 23rd, cut back for Sergio Pellissier, and he made it 1-0 for the visiting side. 3 minutes after the restart, Luca Rigioni's pass up the park deflects off a Siena defender and into the path of Pellissier, who scores his 11th of the season. Chievo's leading scorer gives them the win in the end, 2-0 over Siena.